Finally, he says, nothing works, so we're just gonna go with it, you know? I have given up trying to figure this stuff out. It's just, all of it's not working. The thing I use to black out my window is just falling apart. If I don't have OBS focus... Shh! Base Hunter, you're not supposed to share that! Mixer's down, so... You know, down for actual maintenance, which I forgot about. If I don't have OBS focused, and I move my mouse, my frame rate in OBS drops significantly, so that's exciting. I was having all sorts of performance issues, so I restarted my computer, so I have nothing open right now. Yes! This is the shirt that works really well on stream. It's bunching up on my left shoulder a bit. But you guys can't see the cat hairs, so I'm happy with that. It's just all a mess right now. I'm gonna... This song is just repetitive at this stage. Oh, it's on shuffle. Why is it on shuffle? Not supposed to. Hi Mr. T. Hi Base Hunter. Hi Dylan. How's it going? And I've got a cough that won't go away. Hi Andasama. YouTube decided to notify me that I'm live. Not sure why. And it literally says at the bottom, if you don't want notifications when your channel goes live, you can unsubscribe here. Now, I can kind of understand that if you're, like, really worried that someone might stream to your channel. I don't see the point otherwise. So I'm going to be chugging water all night because it helps my cough. I'm essentially just right now, I'm logging into two... that's the wrong password. Into two Twitch accounts so that I can test a bunch of stuff. No, it doesn't. It just notifies you. Like, I didn't subscribe to any kind of notification. It says, now live on your channel. Alright, so. How is everybody? So, because I don't have anything open, I'm completely all over the place. Let's start with TwitchCon. TwitchCon was fun. Met a lot of people, had a lot of fun. I will actually pull up a video. Possibly two videos. That I'll just play in the middle of the screen. Mr. T, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the order. Fine, I'm not dying. Okay. I'm also going to mute VLC.
You're recording?
Now it's muted. Oh, right. I need to unfocus the browser panel for that to work. There you go. It's me. So, yeah, TwitchCon was busy. We brought a lot of people, and honestly, even that wasn't enough people. Like, that's how busy it was. But it was fun. I hope I get to do it again next year. Jim is... right there. The guy in the blue shirt. That's Jim. This guy's from NVIDIA. He was cool. That's Jim right there. Yeah, so it was almost a surreal experience of just seeing streamers that are walking around with cameras hanging off their shoulders. Yes, long hair. My left monitor seems dark, but that's fine. Yeah, so... we were there 3 days, we had this very nice booth. NVIDIA were doing most of the technical stuff for us. Allowed us to just focus on being there, making connections, which was good. And yeah, so today, well, okay, so during TwitchCon, Twitch announced a bunch of changes that they're going to make on their platform. Ads are available to affiliates, or will be. Ads will no longer take over the stream. The stream will actually move into the corner, which is much nicer. And they unveiled the new creator dashboard, on top of a whole rebranding of their website and their logo. Actually, there's Jim. He's just chilling there. Look at Jim. And there's Dylan's freaking nuts video. We need to upload that somewhere. I had a few people stop by that were like, hey, could I get a copy of that video? That's that. But new creator dashboard, huh? What's this about, eh? Okay, let's pull this up. So this is the current creator dashboard. Looks a little like this. Gives you your stream health, your stream info where you can set titles. I'm actually going to very quickly here enable this. And that's not zoomed, is it? That's the filters here. I think that's the... There we go. That'll help a little. Okay. So this is the current dashboard. You've got stream info, you've got a video preview, you've got stream markers, you've got that. You've got this weird community gift chest thing now, which they're giving away a World of Tanks thing. But, like, I don't see the point. You've got chat, which is good. You've got the activity feed, which is good. And the raid and host stuff. This is the old dashboard. The biggest issue that people have with this dashboard, especially as a developer, is when you click, say, this button, which pops it out into its own window, which we can drag around here. The issue you run into is this window. If I grab this URL and bookmark it, then it will just reload the page and go to the actual dashboard itself. You cannot bookmark the URL because each of these pop-ups are looking for a referrer. Now, a referrer normally in web development is designed for figuring out what page you came from. Now, in the case of what Twitch were doing here, part of it is to determine, hey, did you come from your own dashboard? The other reason might be, hey, you came from, you know, Twitter. Twitter's a referrer, which then tells you, hey, you might want to show a banner along the top saying follow us on Twitter, or whatever it might be. We might be like, oh, they came from a site we don't like, let's show less on the website, right? Whatever it might be. But there's a new dashboard coming. We're going to go to it. I'm going to just grab another URL. So, step into the spotlight. Start your streamer journey and build a community on Twitch. Let us be your guide. Now, I have one concern with this dashboard in general. So this is the basic page. This is the home page of the user page. So it's dashboard.twitch.tv/your username/home. So this is your personal home page. Connect and engage, path to affiliate, which I completed ages ago. I've also lost chat. Chat is cool. Customize your channel page and your last stream. Oh, great. 0 minutes, 0 views. That's lovely. And disconnect protection. So all of these are fine. Stream summary from Tuesday, October the 8th. That's today. I apparently streamed for less than a minute? I am live though, right? So, This is not the actual dashboard. The dashboard is this one. Now, I have, just looking at this page, which has, on the top left, it has some kind of navigation, including streaming tools and extension store, community stuff, insights. There's an activity feed in the top left. There's a chat in the bottom left. The right has quick actions. The top has information about how long you've been live, how many viewers you've got, total views, which is a weird stat to show, and your total number of followers. And then the center is dedicated to a stream preview. Each of these can be popped out. A little pop out. Each of them can be resized. So, and they can be moved around. To some extent. It seems a little finicky. Now, I don't personally care about my stream preview. There are some streamers that do. I do not give a crap. Now, your only option is pop out, and then if I close this pop out, which this pop out is worse than the old one, because if we were to compare this pop out with this pop out, the most immediately noticeable difference between these two, if I put them side by side, so let's size them the same, yeah? And minimize this so that it's really obvious. Let's size these two exactly the same. And I hit start watching on this. What do you notice about these two previews? I already see a weird issue with this one. Don't know why, but for some reason, they decided, yes, let's show the stream title in the stream preview. So to get anywhere close to the same size, you actually have to... Okay, now that's the same size. That video is the same size. You actually have to make it taller. Isn't that great? You get this weird gap here, which might even be for an ad. Let's find out. Nope, it's literally a full... It's designed to be the height of the page. That's why it looks like that. Good job, Twitch. Okay. So that's the first mistake that Twitch have made. Okay, what else have we got? So those are the tools we're working with here. We actually have to make that tall. The other thing you'll notice is the panels that you see here are the panels that you see here. You cannot add any extra panels. You can't hide the panels that are already here. Which is problematic for a regular user. The only thing you do have control over, there are a couple things. The first is the activity feed. You can control what shows up. So for example, I don't have subs, and I don't have bits enabled, so obviously I can turn those off, that's fine. The chat has its own thing with a users in chat thing, which is not its own URL, as far as I know. The chat has its special URL, because you'll notice when these are popped out, there's a very tiny heading along the top, which is fine. But you'll actually notice that BTTV does not show up in here at all. Also notice the settings button is on the right, and the thing shows up on the left. Now, I'm assuming this is beta to some extent, because this stuff is really buggy. Or just not good. Not good at all. Maybe there's something in preferences or something, I don't know. Now, here's the next challenge. So this is the quick actions. You can customize these. The stream preview you can't customize in any way at all. Quick actions. Okay, edit quick actions. These are the 4 that are there by default. I don't have ads, so let's delete that one. That's fine in terms of UX. Click done. Then we're going to click add. Now here's the frustrating thing for me as someone who is not an affiliate and not a partner and has no interest in signing that contract. The featured ones are clear chat history. Sure, that's fine. I personally don't see much of a use in that. I like being able to see my chat history. Clip that, which is good, and it's added by default. And then run 60-second ad break. That's featured. And then the manage your stream ones, we already have clip that and edit your stream. I actually want add stream marker as well. And then monetize your stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Run different length ads. And notice that it starts with a 90-second ad, goes to 180, then from 180 goes down to 150, 120, 60, and 30. So they want you to run 90-second ads primarily. Well, actually, they want 60-second ads, which are up here, featured. And then the next one down, they want 90-second ads. That is Twitch's preference. Then we've got grow your community. So host a channel and rate a channel. I actually think rating's more useful, but let's add both so we know what we're working with. And then at the bottom we've got clear chat history, toggle emote only chat, follower only, and sub only. Now these 3 are a good way to turn viewers away, especially these 2, especially if you are not partnered with a big following already with a lot of subs. Now, follower-only chat is only really useful, in my opinion, as a anti-spam measure. Let's make sure they follow for 5 minutes before they can spam, right? And that way, or 30 minutes if you get a really aggressive spammer. That's the only real use for it. So maybe let's have a follower-only chat. Yeah? Now, these buttons up here, you can't change the size. You can change the order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab stream marker will be first, and also notice that sometimes drag just does not work. I'm going to refresh the page because drag isn't working. Oh, good. The clip that and add stream marker buttons actually grey out when you're not live, which is good. Okay, I literally cannot drag these to reorder them. And look, no keyboard controls. You can't do it. Okay, I can't control this. Fine, whatever. So, let's see what we've got. Host a channel. Your page gets completely taken over by a pop-up for hosting a channel. Raid channel. Page gets completely taken over. Add stream marker. That is the only one. And it even tells you how many stream markers you've done. That's good. So that one does not require user input. Follower only chat. I'm going to turn it on for 2 seconds and then off. It waits for the API call to complete before it flicks the switch. That is also bad UX. As a web developer, when I do similar things like this button, the first thing you want to do is you want the experience for the user to be as silent as possible and as instant as possible. If the user is flicking a switch and you're making 5 API calls, only tell them once all 5 have succeeded if they're long running. If they're not long running, flick that switch immediately and do everything else behind the scenes. Even if it takes a few seconds. Because if the UI feels laggy to the user, they will not enjoy using it. In the case of a button like this one, for the follower only chat, I would make it work like this. You click it, it flicks the switch immediately, and then once the API call succeeds, which takes 1, 2, 3, 2.5 seconds to trigger, you could change it to a green switch after those 2.5 seconds for a second to show that it's successfully saved. Or a green check mark in the corner of the actual, in the top corner of the button. There is no reason for the switch itself to take so long. If I do the same for... Hi Pearly, how you doing? If I click add stream marker, there is a nice loading icon. It goes green for a second to tell me it succeeded, and then it goes straight back to showing this. Like that. This API call is actually faster than this one. And then clip that. Clip that works the right way as well. Both of those take a very short time to load. And then edit stream info. This is the one I'm concerned about. What do you notice about this compared to what OBS has at the moment? It takes up the whole screen. And on top of that, the font size is really small, and for some reason the headings are on the left instead of above. Now, if I resize them, I'm doing it slowly on purpose. In Chrome, it's like this. In Firefox, it behaves differently. Now, as a developer, I know that's a pain in the butt, whatever. But I'm concerned about what a waste of space this is. So what we're actually going to do, firstly, is we're going to see what URLs we have available. I'm going to quickly open Notepad. Because I'm old-fashioned. I'm just going to pop that up there. And then what we're actually going to do is we're just going to jump into the DevTools. And we're going to go into sources, and I've already kind of taken a quick look at this. What we're actually going to do is we're going to go static.twitchcdn.net. And what you'll notice is there are a few... So, first thing to note, Twitch is made in React. React is a component-based front end. It is designed for... Each component maintains its own state, and if necessary, passes it down to the next level as a prop, or as a property. Passing things up from a component to another component is not recommended, but it is possible to do. Essentially, in the parent, you pass down a function to the child. The child then runs that function, which updates the parent, and then any update to that parent updates all children. That is the general gist of how it works. And then what you want to do... Oh, my chat on stream has died. Sorry, chat. You seem to have died. Let's refresh. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is that that bug we ran into where the events... where if you unload a page in 3770, then try rendering it again... The rendering events don't run. I need to update my OBS. I actually need to rebuild my scene collection as well. It's fine. You won't worry about it. Next. The best way to write these heavier React-based pages these days is through lazy loading. Lazy loading essentially only loads the components in their own JavaScript files as they're needed. So in this case, we have a bunch of Stream Manager page components. We've got settings components, including tooltip. Hi, Palakis. How's it going? CG is on a commit roll today. What you up to, Palakis? What time is it for you? I don't know all my time zones. So what we're doing at the moment is we're actually going to figure out what addresses we have available to us. Now, I took a quick look at these earlier, so I have a general idea. what we actually want to look at, so what we do know here is that they're using Webpack, what I use as well, for my React packages. And we're actually going to look for activity feed. And the first bit we'll find, that is not what I wanted to zoom. I wanted to actually zoom the text, not the whole web page. So we have this function here, which loads activity feed, chat, stream preview, and quick actions. If I quickly grab this function, and stick it in here, that is a bit too big, isn't it? Okay. Oh, at work. That's nice. I'm happy I'm not at work right now. So now we have these four. They are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Stream preview we have on the bottom right. So we've got activity feed first, then chat, then stream preview. So let's pop that up here, and then quick action. Those are the 4 panels we have to work with, and those are the 4 pieces that we are able to find in here. Now, what else do we have in here? This is all, so we've got stream preview, quick actions, pop-out panel context. We've got a function here designed to update some state, to update a panel, which is fine. So my concern here is those 4 are the only pieces that are currently exposed. And you can actually see those pieces out here. Yes, I thought you could. They were independent. Settings, components, chat, pause notification tooltip, chat settings, bounty board notification. New chatter ritual? What is this? So these are document fragments. Ritual token. Expired. Now, 2 things about React and Webpack. Both of them tend to do a lot of unnecessary things internally that they expose all in their own files. Get live status. So if you're live and if you're eligible, request a ritual token. And then if data channel self and data channel self ritual tokens, what are we doing here? Set eligibility timeout. Yeah, right? I agree. That's nothing useful to us. What's Orbis? There's an Orbis component here. All of this is minified to the extreme. Orbis drop-down container. Okay. So there is an element on the page that gets placed called Orbis dropdown. There's some kind of dropdown that gets placed. Interactions available, Orbis. So it renders a something. Data action and data test selector, Orbis interaction. PlayStation. Platform title preset text. So hang on. If props data user stream platform and PlayStation is equal to props data user stream platform type name, and the stream platform has a title, and the stream platform title has preset text. No, Andasama. There are no plans to do that. The general idea is you pop this out, we replace the existing ones in OBS with these links, because these links have smaller headers. They're actually designed for what we're doing with them. And they work without a hacky they work without a really hacky... What's the word I'm looking for? Referrer token. That is the general thing. You want to know what's really interesting? Twitch says I've been live for exactly 1 second longer than OBS says I've been live. Consistently. Like, the timers are in sync. Or, like, they're out of sync by maybe 10 milliseconds. Yes, so no referrer. My concern is this one here. The edit stream info. Because we currently have that as a panel, right? If I go to the old dashboard and I load this, this is a panel that we load in OBS. Very nice panel. It's a useful panel. That panel does not exist in the new dashboard. You specifically have to click the quick action, and my concern is if I pop out the quick actions, and say the user goes, okay, I only have 6 buttons. I'm going to make it small and put it in a corner like this. And then I click Edit Stream Info. What happens? You get this really, really squashed thing that is a waste of space with a title that's much larger than all of these other titles. And so it's hard to keep up where you are. So then the user is forced to have this panel be tall in the event that they do need Edit Stream Info so that they can do this. So it needs to be at least this tall. And then if they're searching for tags, it becomes scrollable. So it needs to be at least... Oh. Well, there you go. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. Let's make this really tall and F5 this, because I am concerned here. Edit stream info. Okay, internally, how tall are you? I'll put these side by side. What do you notice here? This is a height-locked, scrollable container. Twitch, it's supposed to be better than the old one. Why are you doing this to me? Yep, they've got something with an overflow auto on it. That's all they did. They put an unnecessary Twitch overflow auto class on this wrapper div. Well, actually, it's an exclusive wrapper div for the express purpose of adding the overflow. Which is really funny when it comes to how HTML dropdowns work. Because they don't care about the overflow. But HTML components do. Alright. So yeah, there are two things I don't like about this. The huge title. And then on top of that, the unnecessary overflow auto here. Because you get rid of that overflow auto, and now everything correctly reflows the way it does on the old one. And actually, the font size is slightly smaller on this as well. I'm also getting a lot of emails right now. I'd like to know why. Okay. So, we'll pretend that class doesn't exist even though we know it's there. So far, we're 2 for 2 on mistakes Twitch have made in this redesign. Good. That's great. So we've got that. The next thing we're going to do is, now that we know these are the 4 panels that we can actually load as panels, we need to figure out whether we can somehow scrape this stream info thing as its own thing. Now, I've tried some custom URLs and stuff like that manually, but what we're actually going to do is we're going to do this the smart way, and we're instead going to look at the code that is given to us in this quick actions dialog. Edit stream info. What do you have? Top sats chart loading. What links do we have in here? We've got 6 links. We've got the community guidelines, which is fine. We've got /learn tags, which is the learn more link here. Subscriber streams. Permission error message. Option controls. Sub only live. Allow channel VIP. Allow channel moderator. Data tests. Test selector. It actually says test selector. Alright. You do not meet the minimum requirements to use this feature. Subscriber streams. Why would I want to do that anyway? Edit broadcast component. Subscriber streams. Static. Twitch TV box art. Game name 40 by 55. So this is when you're searching for a game. And it shows this icon. So what we do know is that this thing is its own component. The challenge is figuring out whether we can actually load stream info in its own page, or if it's locked to that. Subscriber streams, box art. How to use go live notifications, which is this learn more link up here. And then we're back up to community guidelines. So next what we need is stream info recommended extension? Now, each React component has a set of functions type. Or each component. Each component in React is essentially a class. And that class has a constructor, and it has a bunch of lifecycle functions. Now what we can do in here is we can determine that this waitee thing is a class because it has some functions in it. This function t is a constructor. Actually, this we might be the constructor. And this constructor tells us, okay, the default state is dismissed in current visit. One. Not one. And days until next reminder 0. And then is view tracked on click dismissed, on clicked undo dismiss, on added. Where did I see? Oh, okay. Yes. So that's all in the constructor function, or what looks like a constructor function. After that, we've got a component did mount with a track view function. Component did mount is when you initially load a component. it runs through component will mount, I think. Component did update. Component did mount. So when you're initially mounting, this is where you'd want to put some event listeners maybe, but most people tend to just use the constructor. So we've got that. Component did update. So anytime the properties anytime a parent component modifies a child component's properties, the component did update function will run. Now, component did update, I think, I want to say, wrong one. Okay, component did update isn't a legacy one. It's component update. Cool. So we've got component did update, and we've got the render function. The render function runs anytime the properties or the state of a component have changed. So if you update a property... Yeah, that's what I'm putting up with. So I've got the render function. So yeah, anytime the properties or the state change. So in this case, if there's a category and the category that's currently selected and the property category don't match, then we update the state and then rerun track view. So that is a thing that definitely happens. I'm actually going to pop in some other music. Give me one moment. There we go. So I've got the render function. The render function here does something. There is something to do with a recommended extension. But as far as I can tell, so there's a dashboard live page link. Your user ID and version number, page view medium, dashboard live extension card. I'm very curious what this is. Render reminder message. Got it. We'll remind you in days until next reminder. Stream info extension. Edit broadcast. There's a view details button. And an extension recommendation card component. It has something to do with an extension. Oh, that's created by author name. I think the idea. Extension add state. The idea here is that these quick actions, you can actually add extensions to it. Also, there is definitely a minimum size. The minimum width for quick actions is around 530. Yeah, about 530. You go any lower than 530, you lose the X button and the add text button. Go out of the edges. That's good. Even though the quick actions themselves can scale just fine, including streaming and most of the pop-up. Alright. Whatever. Algolia top results search. What is Algolia? Search for it. Apply extension activation. So many functions. Extension is active on your channel based on your current category. Oh. So you can have a different extension running on your video depending on the game you're playing. See, that sounds really useful. Edit broadcast. I think it's part of... Hang on. Let's break this down. We've got Quick Actions panel, Quick Actions store, which I assume is this, right? We've got Edit Stream Info. Store. So if I do add stream delay. Oh. These seem nice. Quick Actions store. Including raid. Send your viewers to another channel at the end of your stream to help them grow. That's fine. That's the raid one. Help them grow. Cool. Rerun. Give your viewers something to watch while you're not live. I do know that is limited to partners and possibly affiliates now. I think. Select the number of minutes you want your stream to be delayed. The stream delay is definitely something partners have. Stream markers. Yep. Manage your paid sponsorships. Manage bounties. Ask your community questions. Oh yeah, the new poll stuff is really cool. Again, limited to partners and affiliates. Clean up your chat with a single click. We've seen that one. Clip that. We've got that one. Edit stream information. We've got that one. So this one is labeled as Edit Stream Info. That is the ID for it. It's under the Manage category. Coughs are not fun. "60-second ad break, 30-second ad break, hosting, emote only chat, follower only chat, ad breaks, channel points reward queue." So they definitely have stuff in here for channel points already. So, yeah, cool. Squad stream. Meet new viewers by streaming with up to 3 other creators. Yep. That's the full list. Edit your active extension while live. Extension quick actions. Here we go. So I'm assuming if I install an extension that adds a quick action, I would see it in my list of quick actions, but I don't. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to open a second notepad. Concerns and limitations of the new dashboard. 1. Chat not compatible with CCTV, which is to be expected this early on. That's fine. Chat cog on right, opens menu on left. What else do we have? What other issues do we have with that? This one. I think I thought I had it. Don't know what's going on here. I think that's fair, right? CAD viewer list is very hard to get to. Essentially, you click the small 3-dot thing in the corner and click users in chat. Okay, so that's chat. Stream. Actually, let's do it this way. Just alignment, you know? Alright, stream preview. When popped out, unnecessarily shows stream title waste of space. No. When popped out. Large gap between video and title. Also when popped out. How do I phrase this? Where the video was not tall enough in the initial open. Stream title's existence causes video itself to spawn tiny. Yeah. Missing stream health widget, ability hide widgets. Whoa! Hide widgets. That's not how you spell ability. Ability. Okay. Ability to hide widgets. Okay, stream preview. Activity feed. Anything bad about the activity feed? Someone mentioned that if someone posts you, there's no follow button. But we don't particularly care about that. So, that's chat. Now the big one. Quick actions. First thing, buttons cannot be scaled. What was the other annoying thing? Close pop out. Okay, quick actions. Buttons can't be scaled, at least not by the user. What was it that, but... Was it 350? Did I say 350? Did I say 350? I think it's 350. For the maximum width before you lose the close button. No. 530. Other way around. Like, that's not responsive. It's really bad. Alright. What other complaints do we have? Half the time. Most, well, half the time. Drag and drop. Doesn't work. Also, weird design choice to have quick actions store button could be part of or alongside edit quick actions, not take up the space of a quick action itself. This is something that I actually was working on for work, because essentially, imagine these were significantly bigger, right? Like that. And that's actually bigger than that, like that. Imagine they were this size, and now you've got a dashboard on the thing I do for work. And each of these is a gadget. This one might be a graph that says the temperature. You know, this one might be a pie chart with a number of devices, and so on and so forth. And one thing one of the guys at work noted was that if you go... So we have something similar, right? You click here to manage those actions. And in this drop-down, we have add, edit, add gadgets, edit gadgets, which also allows you to drag them around, which is what edit quick actions does. And then on top of that, we also have, say, edit dashboard, so rename and change layout. So you can actually have, for example, the first row is a 3-wide gadget, and then under that are 3 individual gadgets, 2 individual gadgets, stuff like that. And then a delete dashboard button. Now, what one guy at work found weird was you could click edit dashboard, which would put you into an edit mode that allowed you to drag stuff, which this still isn't letting me do. And you could you could delete individual gadgets. But then once you're at this stage, there was no way to add a gadget. So say you were replacing a gadget. The steps to do that at work would basically be either you add the gadget first, so you click the plus to go to the store. You pick it, you click add, you close this, then you go edit and delete the one you're replacing it with. Or the other way around, right? Delete it first, then add the new one. And that's a lot of clicks, right? Even so, this has the same issue, except this one has the plus down here instead of in the drop down. Now, the right way to do this, and this is how I've done it at work now, if you click edit in that drop down, now you can move these around, you can delete them, or you get the add button down here, which this doesn't have. Instead, this shows the add button here, which means if you decide, oh, I only want this to be this big, you have a possibility of accidentally scrolling this down. When really, you only have 6 quick actions. There shouldn't be a 7th down here that is represented with a plus. This plus should either be in this menu, which is how we originally had it at work, or it should be in the edit action. You could even rename this to add/edit if you really wanted to. The other weird behavior that I really don't like here is when you open this and click on edit quick actions, what actually ends up happening is that dropdown is still open until you click something else. So if you accidentally click on this, to get out of it, you have to click somewhere else to close it and then click done. It's just unnecessary clicks that add unnecessary strain to the user who is just trying to raid, right? It's just unnecessary. So that's what we're going to document here. Quick action store should be part of or alongside edit quick actions, not take up a space of the quick action itself. Opening, entering edit mode should close the down. Yeah, cool. So those are my main complaints. The question for me becomes, okay, is there a run a 10-second ad? No. Shortest I can do is a 30-second ad. Now the question is, does this button work for me as someone who is not partnered and not an affiliate? Because what is the point in me having this button? So those of you watching, could one of you say, hi, I'm about to run an ad to see what happens, because I don't know if it'll work. And I just need someone who's watching and paying attention. Alright, I'm clicking it anyway. Maybe this will get someone's attention. So I've clicked it, and it's told me that there are 30 seconds remaining. So I'm assuming there is an ad running. But what is the point of... Oh, no! Oh, no! Hi, MP Skeeter. Happy Tuesday. Hope your day's going well. Hope you're not being bombarded by an ad that I just sent to the stream. Okay, so as non-affiliate... affiliate and non-partner, don't default to having a run ad action. How are you doing, MP Skeeter? Welcome to the stream. Right now I'm just documenting the annoyances that I've run into. Good to know. Which may not even work? Question mark? And work. Now we go on to the big one. Oh, hi Cosplay Diver, how you doing? Long time no see. I'm good. I'm excited to be messing with stuff for Twitch and OBS. Also, this shirt is awesome. Not great. So, the easy bits are activity feed. Chat, we might just continue using the regular pop-out chat. These two work out of the box 100%. Quick actions. I have concerns, which I am documenting here. Some concerns there. I'm still in the process of writing about them. And this stream preview one is a frustrating one because you can pop it out, If I pop this out alongside a regular video, what you'll notice is there's this big gap here. And if I try to get rid of the gap, the video goes away. No worries, Palakis. So, like, if you want to dock this compared to the old one, you lose. Like, the video isn't prioritized. It's bad. Oh yeah, now this isn't even visible on screen. Twitch, what are you doing? Yeah, so that's the stream preview. And then the quick actions is just as annoying. So if I pop this out, here's my favorite part. This is the default pop-out size, which is fine. The buttons are a good size. If I click edit stream info, that's the right size. That's fine. If I click the plus, the text is cut off. And guess where the close button is? It's out over here. And on top of that, currently this pop-out right here is something we actually include in OBS, right? Perfectly dockable, great. To use it with the new one, you have to use this button here. So if you, for example, here's how I'm actually going to be using this, right? I'm not going to have this, I'm not going to have this. So let's delete these two. So now say my... say I go really... Oh, I can't even... Fine. Say I go, I want to have these down the left, right? Down the left side of OBS. And then I go, okay, I need to edit my stream title. I'm going to click this button. I can't actually pop this out because the way it works is it's actually a little pop-up in the current page. So as the streamer, I will have to have this be about this size, right? Something around there. So that when I click this, it's big enough for me to see the boxes and to click done. Or I can just use the legacy one, which takes up... Well, actually, takes up less space, to some extent, because of this giant title at the top, which is unnecessary. So say we line up the title boxes, right? The font size on the new one is smaller, so everything feels a little more compact. But, say I expand these two out, so they're the same height. Doesn't matter, right? Same height. If I click tags here, this extends out through the page. Now click tags. And now you have this stupid scrolly bit here that if you try to grab the scroll bar, the drop down disappears, which removes the need of the scroll bar. Well, so, like, one thing I noticed when it comes to that, I actually think the quick actions pop-out is reminiscent of a Stream Deck. See? This is fine. 4 nice buttons. I attach it to my keyboard. And now I have a clip that, a stream marker, a raid channel button, and stream info. But again, on stream info, on my phone, that is a perfect size. It fits perfectly. One of the things Cosplay Diver is, for the quick actions, one of the cool things they are doing, and I did see this on someone else's video of this, extensions can add to this store, so that you can have extensions in your quick action. I don't personally see much of a need for it, unless you need like a silence alerts button in here. But yes, something like a Stream Deck makes a lot more sense for a lot of the quick actions that are included in this. So these are my concerns. I also, by default, when I got the new dashboard, it defaulted to having a run a 30-second ad break button. I am not partnered and I'm not affiliate by choice, because I do have a thing here that was like, oh, you can be affiliate. Right, yeah. You've leveled up to Twitch affiliate. I purposefully haven't done this because I don't want to have to put the effort into, you know, all of that. But that button is one of the default quick actions that were in the thing for me, and clicking it does nothing. So these are the things Twitch are doing, where you're like, really? And then here's the worst part. In the old dashboard, you have stream health, which is very useful. Has a nice little bitrate graph. They've basically replaced that with a little excellent label here. And if you click on that, it goes to the inspector, which is fine. Which requires you to separately log in and to authorize, which is silly. And then you get your bitrate graph. If I click on this, so I wonder which version it has in here. Ah yes, libOBS me. My custom version. So now you don't have this tiny useful thing. Right? On top of that, you don't have this stats thing, which OBS by default comes with, right? OBS has one of these little guys, which you can then enable. That is up here. And there is no way to pop this out. It's like they expect you to run this web page full screen somewhere. Nice big buttons, big chat. And like there's no chat scaling built in either. So you've got these huge buttons and then the tiny chat and the tiny activity feed. So if you then go, okay, well, I want to make the text bigger. Well, now your quick actions are unusable, but you can read chat. Oh yeah, it bugs out like this. Also, you were at TwitchCon and you didn't say hi? Did you stop by the OBS booth at all? I was there all 3 days. I ran into like 2 streamers I knew. And one of them only because they were streaming from the OBS booth. Oh man. It's fun though. Yes, so zooming the page, general. Zooming, well, without chat font scaling, user has to zoom the... So your icon here lies. No worries. I know a lot of people plan to go and then, yeah. That's life, I'm afraid. Well, hopefully OBS will be going next year. Things went really well this year, so we'll most likely be going. Fingers crossed. Without chat font scaling, user has to zoom the page. Doing so to a reasonable size makes quick actions crazy. You want to know one of the sad parts? As an exhibitor, you do not get the icon. It's only for regular people. I was so disappointed. I was like, oh, you can turn them on. And then I was like, oh, it's not for exhibitors. So you basically have to buy an exhibitor, or, you know, get an exhibitor badge as part of your thing, and get yourself a standard badge, which is a waste. You would think exhibitors would get the frickin' chat badge. Doing so to a reasonable size makes quick actions crazy large and unusable. Okay, what else we got? Hi, Tim. How you doing? What else we got? Thank you. It works really well because it crops right here. One of the guys from GDQ, or Games Done Quick, actually made us like OBS jerseys with a really cool design. With like these blades, but like down the side of the shirt, and an OBS logo on the shoulder, which is awesome for like walking around. But on stream, you would only get like half a blade and maybe a fraction of the logo, so I went with this shirt because I've got two of these. I didn't buy the shirt we were actually selling at TwitchCon though. What do we have? Entering edit mode should close the drop down. Yes, BTTV. True. Cog on right opens menu on left. Oh yeah, this is dumb. Why have the cog on the right if the menu opens on the left? What else? I also don't know why, but when I hover over things, you can actually... Stuff like flickers, and I don't know why. It's only with, like, these icons. What else can we complain about for clicker? Streaming. What was defining the max height for the stream info thing? Is this some extended mix? I don't want an extended mix. No, it's just called Ocean Night and it's slow. Okay. No problem. Stream info at exactly 480 pixels. No, 481. 481 pixels. Puts the headings to the left of the input boxes, which this is dumb too. Like, why? Why lower the amount of space within the input? Like, look at that go live notification. There is no reason for this. What I also like about this is that the learn more button for tags disappears. So there's the learn more link, right? Tags. And then we go wide enough, and now there's this empty gap here. Curious what this empty gap is. Just an empty div. I think there's something that's supposed to be in category. Either that or it's just spacing. Maybe I should stop putting the word unnecessary in every comment. Unnecessarily wasting space. Unnecessarily huge title. Alright. Did I miss anything? So I'm missing the stream health widget, the stream stats widget, and really, stream information widget, and the ability to hide widgets. Without chat font scaling, stuff is wonky. Chat not compatible with BTTV, which is fine. Cog on the right opens menu on the left. Viewer list is very hard to get to. Stream preview when popped out unnecessarily shows stream title, which is waste of space. There's a large gap. And the stream title's existence can causes video itself to disappear at smaller heights. Yes. Quick actions. Buttons cannot be scaled manually. Follower-only chat toggle takes 2.5 seconds to provide feedback. Buttons have no min page width, but quick actions store does. 530 pixels before you start to lose the close button. Titles. Half the time drag and drop doesn't work. Drag and drop reorder. Quick actions store button should be part of or alongside edit quick actions, not take up space of a quick action itself. Entering edit mode should close the drop down. Yes. Run ad button. Stream info as a Mac. Bye. It via a TW overflow auto class, which displays a scroll bar when the tag is being selected. Scroll bar disappears when you try and scroll. Because logic! Stream info has an unnecessarily huge title. Stream info at 481 pixels. Above puts the headings to the left of the input boxes, unnecessarily wasting space and reflowing the page. There are also two empty divs designed purely for space. Okay, that's a good list. The other thing I'm not sure about is that a lot of the stuff is session based. So for example, I have quick actions here, and I had quick actions here before, where I actually clipped 3 things, which put a number 3 here. And now that 3 is gone because I refreshed the page. So rather than for the live session, it's tied to the page session. Because those are stored in the React state rather than in something like a cookie or on server side. Interesting. That's for today. And yet, I'm still live. So why is this showing me a thing when I'm still not even finished? How close am I to my next achievement? Oh, I need 50 people chatting, or I need to stream 500 hours total. Also, what is that thing it's trying to load? So there were 4 boxes when it finally loaded, but there were 5 boxes while it was loading. 6 boxes while it was loading. So that's probably subs and stuff. So instead of going, hey, you are known to be neither, so we know you're going to have 4 boxes. Alright, well, what can we do with this part? Sources. What are we working with here? Native broadcast notification. Quick action, stream manager, tiles, followers tile. Aha, tiles. So we've got followers, we've got tile. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Oops. So it was assuming 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. Interesting. So, here's what we do know. Based on these. Wait. I just needed to resize it. Which ones do we have? We've got session. We've got followers. Yes. Got viewers. We've got views. And we've got... Okay, we've got those 4. So it assumes there will be 6. I was expecting subs. That's fine. Bits make sense. Bit rate. Can I force it to show bit rate up there? Or is that for later? Is there a what's new? Welcome to creator updates. Here's a few things. Stream Manager, live dashboard, Stream Manager, a customizable workspace, quick actions, assistant. Currently, the assistant is in limited release and helps streamers on the path to affiliate. Don't need that. More to come, we're always making changes. Reruns, there are a few known issues we have. Currently reruns are accessible in the legacy dashboard. Extensions activation, certain extensions can only be activated from the legacy dashboard. Okay. See, it didn't show this to me earlier. Now the question becomes, can we somehow trigger some of these to run? We're gonna try. Second count, minute, hour, day count, week count. This is a component, right? It is. Sunlight online tile. Click to show. They're called Sunlight online tiles. Well, what we do know is that's the render function. So we've paused it on a breakpoint. What we're actually interested in is finding out where it determines which ones to show. So it knows about 4 of them. Class names. D has 3. Class names. F is a function. What does the function do? It assigns a set show title. H has a bunch of things with mappings. Yeah, mappings. I. Objects and functions. Ooh. Default API version. Hosting cache delay. We are digging into it now. That's off screen, sorry. So I does not have what we want. L? L is also mappings. M has a layout function. Maybe that is what we want. It didn't like me. O is some kind of object. S has a placeholder function. And U has a styled layout. Alright, well, we're not going to pause on that breakpoint anymore. What we're actually going to do is we want... I wonder if this... How many are we working with here again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... They're a flop. Wow. Does this get called anywhere else? Ah. Gotcha. So H. H tells us these guys. Also, I like how add breaks is mapped to add reeks. Because they went for a 5-character max. For some reason. So interestingly, this function did not run. So we're going to refresh it. Okay, now it's running. So E is an empty object. Okay, it's a mapping table. Cool. So when does it decide? How does it decide? what to show and what not to show. I must know this. Alright. Oh no. Page froze and I'm not even... Yep, I froze the tab. This is why I don't like React. Tim, have you haven't done much with React stuff, right? Yeah, also. So the question becomes, this file, not this file, frame marker, here's file, panel, frame preview. Okay. That's weird. The follower's tile contains references to all the other tiles. I wonder if that's a clue.
May we have your attention, please?
Here's what we do know. We know that these are the quick actions. I wonder... Okay. I wonder if there's some way for us to... Ah. Here are some buttons. I think this is a store mapping.
Please do not leave cases or parcels unattended anywhere on the station. Any unattended articles are likely to be removed without warning.
I want to at least override these. I want to do something productive today. Because what I've learned is that this thing is not ready for me to start integrating. There are too many bugs, it's not worth the effort. But here's a question. There are only 4 divs here. So it's not like the divs are empty. So it is looping through them somewhere. I just need to figure out where. Because what we do know enough. We know that each of these tiles got loaded by something. Now they either got loaded by Manager page, maybe? How big is this file? Yeah. Okay, so if I do sub points, no. How did this know about the sub points? That's not useful to me. Just gonna make sure I'm not missing out anything on Twitter. Settings component. So we need to figure out how these files got loaded. Because each of these...
I know you're a monster.
Subpoints tile. So even if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So essentially what's happening is on the initial page load, it also tries to load the subpoints tile and the subs tile, and then realizes I'm not partnered, so it can't show those. So it doesn't end up rendering them in the final thing. But at some point during the initial render, they do exist. So my question is, what we're going to do is we're going to go into here, and I don't know where, but this is defined somewhere. There's a constructor somewhere. This is a constructor up here. So what we do know is this subs tile does start when it shouldn't. And then this... But because of the minified code, breakpoint doesn't work. Fine, you sneaky bugger. So what we're gonna do static Twitch CDN. I'm probably gonna end the stream in about 10 minutes. Okay. Interesting. Even though I've left that part of the page, these are still mounted. So that when I go back, it still shows all 6, but then drops down to 4. That's a weird decision. So the main reason for this particular thing of keeping them loaded is the idea of lazy loading is so that you only have to load them once, but only when they're needed the first time. So if I were to pull up network, and I were to kill everything. No, I don't want it. No, I'm not interested. Okay. We're gonna get rid of this options. Oh, cool! That's funny. So,
I just want to go back.
It does make an API call to determine the stream health and the transcode stack. Health reason code. Do I currently have transcodes? Yes, I do. Ooh. So it does make an API call to fetch my bitrate over the past Start. And I'm assuming could be the other way around. So it does make an API call to fetch the last 5 minutes of my bitrate at intervals of wait. Doesn't matter what the interval is. So it does fetch my bitrate. Theoretically, so that it could show it up the top. Because there's no graph for it. Yeah, it fetches that, and it fetches... Oh, okay. So gql.twitch.tv/gql returns 4 things. The first is it returns the viewer count. It returns... This is a weird response. Data, frame, viewer count, yes, okay, I understand that much, but why... Profile view count, which is 4,500, but it averages out to 5k. And then data to determine the total number of followers. And then it also fetches my subscriber score. Those are the 4 things. Weird. Hi, DocD27, welcome to the stream. Is it GraphQL? I haven't actually used GraphQL, so I'm not sure. Oh, okay, that's what the GQL stands for. That makes sense. Alright. Cool. So, GQL is what's used for this top part up here. Also, I like how your emoticon showed up over here. So, frustratingly, that means that if I wanted to add any extra things up here, I couldn't because they're pulling from a single GraphQL API call. Weird. But that does also tell me that for some reason they are making an API call to see what my bitrate has been over the past 6 minutes. They just don't show it anywhere. So you can see my bitrate goes anywhere between 2,800 and 3,500. I think I've got it set to 3,500. So what's the point of this API call if they're not showing it anywhere? Code feels very rigid. That's what I'm gonna say. Maybe. But I mean, it already has this little excellent label, which the old dashboard had, but it also had a graph to tell you your stream health and your current or your latest bitrate. Strange. I wouldn't be surprised if a pop-up shows up. Wait, we can test that theory. I mean, I'm not going to lower my bitrate, but what I can do is I can do a search in... We've got chat private callout queue. Haha! So, you have guessed correctly. GraphQL request. Share resub. Actually, it uses it pretty heavily then. It uses it for resubs too. That's the private callout queue, so that's stuff like sharing resubs. Chat pause notification tooltip. Yep, we know what that looks like. Chat settings component. We know what that looks like. Chat share. What is chat share? Share resub. Again? I mean, I honestly wouldn't be surprised. As a React developer, who is interacting with APIs, well, a gateway that's written in a mix of Node and Django, interacting with APIs that are Django. Really? Actually, I don't know if our gateway is Django. I don't think it is. I think it's just Node. And then our database is actually Postgres. So I haven't actually experimented with something like GraphQL. That's also funny to me because, you know, some people call it SQL, others call it SQL. You can't do the same for GQL. GQL just doesn't work as well, you know? It doesn't roll off the tongue. Sub-gifting banner, yep, chat gifting banner queue. Native broadcast notification, maybe this is what we're looking for. Start date, end date. Oh, that's interesting. What are these and why? PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile Club open. Why does this have to be in code? Use an API for this. It's the whole point. October 3rd, 4th, 5th. Native broadcast notifications dismissed. Why? If you're a React developer, here's what I can tell you. This function T is the constructor, which is where they add their own function mappings, which is weird because then you've got... Oh, also, they're using component will receive prop. And they're explicitly using a recent version of React because they have to mark it as unsafe. Because it's deprecated. That's funny. There's the render function. Want to watch event in your local language? Try one of these international broadcasts. Okay, actually, I have seen that. I've seen that on Overwatch 3. Close button selector. That's funny. Okay. I don't know what Orbis is. You wouldn't know, Doc D27, would you? There's not a lot of text, it just mentions a drop-down. And platforms. I think it actually mentions PlayStation as well. Yeah. Oh, is Orbis the name of... Oh, okay. Orbis is the name of the operating system on PS4. Why is it loading Orbis JavaScript? The code literally goes... If... Yeah, so this is all in a knot. Props data user dot stream dot platform PlayStation equals platform type name. And then it checks if what's it called? And then it just goes. Just sets a boolean if you're on PlayStation. So I wonder if you were to load this stream dashboard on PlayStation, if it behaves differently? I almost want to trigger this somehow. Props data user stream platform. My platform is null. So my assumption is, okay, if you're actually streaming from the PS4 then. Interesting. What else do we have? Raid notification, that's fine. Rituals onboarding. Aha. Stream preferences. The weirdest part to me is still the way... Yeah, there you go. Twilight features chat models. Rituals enabled fragment.gql. Ritual enabled user ID, channel. The weirdest part to me is we have a list of tiles. Welcome back, Palakis. Which are these things up here, right? Session, viewers, followers. Each of those tiles at the very top of the component, they have the exact same definition. The exact same tiles. But my one initially loads followers session. So each of these, literally at the top of the file, is a list of the other ones. So there's followers session, subpoints subs, viewers, and views. Now mine figures out pretty quick, so it tries to load those 6 first, then determines actually you don't have access to sub points and you don't have access to subs, so it gets rid of them and I end up with 4. Very strange. At least now we know what Orbis is. Rituals, onboarding, yep, prime gift bomb. Components, prime gift bomb chat banner. Layer 4 variant, that's fine. Logged in user menu, that's fine. And then we've got this actual page. Square image? There are no squares. Set initial live state. Ooh. That's not really something you want to do in React, is it? And append child? I guess if React is doing it. If that's some wrapper on a native React function, then that's probably fine. Document exec command copy. Hang on. So no, wait. It creates a text area, sets some style for it, appends it, selects it, copies something, and then removes the child. Okay. Channel. This looks like it might be related to ticket price. Product ID. Tracking content. Recurly credit card. All fields ready. Yeah. Roles page search user option. So that's a question. So the other pages they have, like the roles manager, has that changed at all? No. Okay. Good to know. Nice. I almost want to modify this PlayStation prop just to see what happens. Hold on. How's it capitalized? Won't let me. Nah. So originally I was going to try and get some of the new panels in the Stream Manager into OBS, but I actually realized there are a lot of limitations in the panels at the moment that make it not a good fit. And so I'm going to basically send this feedback to Twitch and be like, they're good, but these are some weird things I ran into. So for now, I'm just playing around, really. Maybe. The problem is, this goes... Well, I have set the breakpoint, so let's try this. I can get rid of that search now. Okay. Platform is still null. Yeah, it still went into the return. The other thing I can think of is overriding this function to replace this and then keep the rest of this. That could work. Let's see if that works. See if we can hit this breakpoint. No, I didn't think so. Here's another way. It's so weird doing this without the React Dev tools at my disposal. What do you mean T isn't defined? It has to be! This dot... what if I just do... thing is this? Is this even defined? Yeah. Okay. Thing. Thing is not defined. Well, there goes that idea. Oh well. Very curious what this does. Some kind of Orbis interact. So yeah, not a lot I can actually work with here. Probably gonna end the stream with this conundrum. Also, Chrome DevTools just froze on me. Oh no, there we go. Lagged. What happened here? Scorecardsearch.com. Maybe. It's a possibility. Well, it's specifically checking for if you're streaming from a PlayStation, not that you're browsing the dashboard on a PlayStation. I don't have a PlayStation to test with either. Alright, well, that was an enlightening experience. I'm gonna... Yeah, so, some of the things we learned, I mean, I have a bunch of feedback here that I'll send to Twitch about all sorts of aspects, including stuff like they're missing about 3 important widgets. That you can't hide widgets. And without chat font scaling, you've got big buttons here and tiny text here. Try to make the text bigger. The buttons become unusable. Some of the buttons take forever to actually interact with. And then you get weird stuff like, here's the pop-out, right? This one's my favorite. That's the width it defaulted to. I didn't change that, right? Let's make sure I didn't. Because I probably did. Pop out. Bang. Okay. I haven't modified the size. If I click edit stream info, it's a fine size. I can work with that. But if I click the plus, add a new quick action, the text here is cut off, and the close button isn't visible. You have to expand this out until you find the close button. So that's what we're working with here. I am going to go to bed though, because it is 10 o'clock and I've got work in the morning. Yeah. It can be tricky. And like, overall, I like the direction of this dashboard. There are things I would change. But overall, it is nice. I just think too much is going to be hidden within quick actions rather than as part of the dashboard. Because the current dashboard, sure, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but you have so much that fits on this screen and so much customization of, I want the chat over here, or I want stream information to tell me my bitrate. I want stream markers that I can give descriptions. This thing doesn't give you that. You just click add stream marker and it goes green and tells you you've added a stream marker. And then it gives you a little number, which isn't even stored anywhere. It's literally in the React state, so if you refresh the page, that number's gone, so you don't know how many markers you've created for a stream. It's weird. There are some interesting choices. But that'll be it from me. Thanks for stopping by. I don't have another stream planned, but I do want to stream some games. Overwatch placements at some stage, ideally. And I also need to update my Minecraft server to 1.14, which is going to be a hell of a programming session, so I'm going to stream that at some stage. I'm having a friend who's going to keep pushing me to do it. It won't be this weekend, because PAX Australia. I will be going. I will be there all 3 days. So if you see me, I will be wearing this shirt probably on Friday. I'll be wearing my Brigida shirt on Saturday. And I'll likely be wearing the OBS jersey on Sunday. We'll see. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, night, or morning, whatever time it may be for you. I'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.